Hello, how much money can you make with a side hustle? I'm going to go into that, but first let me introduce myself. My name's Anthony with Anthony's Lawn Care and Landscaping, and we also own the Lawn Mowing Side Hustle, and you can check it out at thelawnmowingsidehustle.com. And we do landscaping. Full disclosure, I do this full time. I have my business full time. However, I did start off my career just with a series of side hustles, and lawn care and landscaping was one of the things I did, and it really just took off. But over the years, I've just made money doing the side hustle, and it really worked well. I enjoyed it. I had a great lifestyle. It didn't make a ton, but I had a lot of free time, so that was worth something. And then over the years, I built it, and now we make a lot more money. And this business does about $1.5 million a year in business. But when I first started out doing a side hustle, I was making anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 a year for the first 4 to 6 years, I'd say. And when I go over the numbers for the average side hustle, now we're getting into what you make on average with your side hustle. So you have your full-time job, and then during the evenings and weekends, as long as you get off at 5 or 6 at night, it doesn't really matter what time you get off during the day if you're able to work on your side hustle. So if you're doing, say, an online course, or you build apps or websites, you're a developer and you can work at night from your computer, that's great. For a lot of our students with the lawn mowing side hustle, we always say, you want to be getting off work at about 5 o'clock, because during certain points in the year it gets darker, and you want to be able to mow some lawns at night and also on weekends. But if you are doing something that you can just do from your computer, let's say you're doing some gigs on Fiverr or TaskRabbit or something like that, you can just work from your computer and it doesn't matter what time it is. Or, maybe you build websites and help people with their online advertising and things like that. Those are nice because you can work on those at any time after you're done with your work shift, with your full-time job, if you're just doing this to the side. And what I've seen on average is people who have a side hustle make anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 a year. And that's the case when people are mowing lawns on the side. They're generally making about $15,000 to $25,000 extra per year and that's after expenses, that's profit. So, when you're mowing lawns, you're probably going to make about $15,000 to $25,000 a year on average. If I was doing it with the experience I have, I'd probably make between $30,000 and $40,000 a year from mowing, and that's profit in addition to my full-time job. As long as I was getting off work at 5 o'clock at night and I was working weekends, I'd probably be able to mow anywhere from 40 to 50 lawns, but I have an exact strategy. And if you want help with that, I can help you with a lawn mowing side hustle. But in this video, we're talking about side hustles in general. And I've just noticed, even just doing the simple math, where let's say you're working on your side hustle 24 hours per week and it's $20 an hour. Let's just say on average, you're making around $20 an hour with your side hustle. I know that can be on the lower end depending on what side hustle you're doing. But if you're driving for DoorDash or Uber Eats or Uber, or doing things on Fiverr or things like that, you are probably making between $15,000 and $25,000 extra. 24 hours a week, $20 an hour. Let's say you only work 45 weeks out of the year, and it's between $21,000 and $24,000 per year usually. It just depends on, you probably work more than 45 weeks, or maybe you only work 35 weeks with your side hustle, because a lot of side hustles, you can just do them whenever you want. Or some of the side hustles are seasonal. The other thing is when you get into specialized skill sets. So for me, I know how to remove trees. So a tree removal side hustle, you could profit $30,000 to $40,000 a year if you do it right. But you'd probably have to work a lot of weekends and after work. And it's more specialized. For me, I don't do like the trees that are 6-7 feet in diameter or anything. But even if you know basic landscaping and how to remove smaller trees or even medium-sized trees, you could still make quite a bit as a side hustle with that. And then you get into the other specialized skills and something that's, you can scale better. And that's something like digital products or digital services, and where you build a book of business of 200-300 people and you're making $200-300 profit a month on each client, whether it's from a software you developed, or it's from a marketing service you have, or, you're building their sites and maintaining their sites and doing their marketing, or maybe you have an online course those things, if you build up a big enough book of business over a 5 to 10 year period, you know, you could be making $100,000, $200,000 a year with your side hustle. And then I'm sure there's also the programmers or developers, you know, you could maybe even make millions a year with your side hustle. I don't know as much about that, so please comment below if you make millions of dollars per year with just a side hustle, because that's phenomenal. And if you can profit millions of dollars per year with the side hustle, that's amazing. But if it's pretty much a guarantee. If you want to make an extra $15,000 to $25,000 per year on top of your full-time job, maybe you have a life event coming up or something where, you know, you need to save some extra money, or maybe you just want to save the extra money and put it in an investment fund, and it helps with your retirement and you can retire earlier. Who knows? But whatever you want to do with it, it will definitely help you with your life and your career goals. And it also gives you more freedom, because if you have more money saved up, you have more options and you can kind of pick and choose what kind of work you do. And another thing is you can take your side hustle full time. And that's what I did. You know, usually it was between $30,000 and $40,000 a year when I was just doing landscaping and house cleaning and tutoring. I just did a lot of different things as a side hustle, and it added up to about $30,000, $40,000 a year. And then I took the landscaping full time. And again, even when I scaled and had 5, 6 employees, I was still making $30,000, $40,000 a year, because I really needed to figure the numbers out. But when you scale to a business where it's full time and you have 20, 30 employees, or even more, maybe you have a franchise and you have 30, 40 locations with your franchise, and now you're profiting in the millions a year, but now that's no longer a side hustle and it's full time. But that's another cool thing about a side hustle, is it could start out as a side hustle, and for the first 3 to 4 years, it's a side hustle, but then you start building it up after that because you have loyal clients and it's working well. And I love side hustles because if you want to have a full-time business on your own, it's really, really wise to start as a side hustle. And if you need help with that, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. I've moved furniture. You know, I had this little moving company. I've had lawn care, landscaping, tree removal, tree trimming, tutoring, I mentioned, and, you know, had a lot of fun with it. Built some websites for people, just very basic websites. I really enjoy doing that. And if you need help launching your side hustle, even if it's your goal to have a business that you pursue full time, that it's not a side hustle, you have a business that you're pursuing full time, you know, I can still help you get started, and we'll start it as a side hustle. So if you need help with that, I do a 30-minute free coaching session. My name's Anthony Hilb with the Lawn Mowing Side Hustle, and I own Anthony's Lawn Care and Landscaping. You can call me anytime, or you can go to my website, thelawnmowingsidehustle.com or anthonyhilb.com, and you can book your free coaching session, or you can just send me a text or give me a call. My number is 812-929-9463, and I'd love to help you. And like I said, starting a side hustle is the best way to start a business. Even if you want to have that business full time, you're better off starting it as a side hustle while you have a full-time job, as long as your full-time job will allow that. Anyway, again, I'd love to help. Just give me a call, send me a text, visit our website, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much.